Hello, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we are going to be talking about parallel and perpendicular lines. Okay? And we have to come up with some rules. Now, we could come up with some basic rules here. I mean, parallel lines, if we look at this is a set of parallel lines, and this is a set of perpendicular lines. We could make a basic rule that says parallel lines are lines that will never cross, right? And perpendicular lines are really special. They are lines that do cross, but they cross and form a T. Specifically, they create a 90-degree angle when they cross. But we don't have protractors. We don't. I don't have a class set of protractors. And there would really be no way to tell just by our eyesight alone if this is a 90-degree angle. And our eyes aren't good enough to detect whether or not these lines are perfectly parallel. It could be that this one is just ever so slightly different, so that over the course of infinity, eventually it crosses. And we don't have enough paper to show that. So how can I know if a line is truly perpendicular or parallel? And the way we do that is we check their slopes, okay? The key to determining parallel or perpendicularity, if that's even a word, is to check their slopes. So let's do that. Let's check the slopes and see if we can find a rule. These lines are parallel. I will tell you that. But let's prove it. Okay. To find the slope, I'm going to pick 2 points, and then I'm just going to go rise over run. This one rises up 2 and runs over 3. So the slope of that first line is 2 over 3. Now, this is the symbol for parallel. 2 vertical lines like that. That means parallel. Okay. The parallel slope, let's see it. We'll pick this point here and this point here. It goes up how much? 2 again. And over how much? 3. Huh. What do you notice? These lines are parallel. They are, I'm telling you. So what do you notice about their slopes? Bam. That's the rule. Parallel lines have equal slopes. Their slopes are the same. If this was a slope of 2, the parallel line would also have a slope of 2. All right? The rule for parallel lines is equal slopes. Slopes are the same. All right, let's do that. Let's give these lines the same treatment. All right? Let's give these lines the same treatment. All right. Let's start with this green line. Pick 2 points in the green line. Okay, here's a point here. And it looks like there's a point right here. Okay, what's the slope of this green line? Well, it goes down 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes down 4, so minus 4, down 4. And how does the x change? The x changes by going over 3. So it's negative 4 over 3. Okay, that's the slope of the first line. Now, this shouldn't shock you. This is the symbol for perpendicular. If this was a symbol for parallel, this is the symbol for perpendicular. It's just an upside down T. Okay. What's the perpendicular slope? Okay, we got to find 2 points. I'm seeing that there's a point right here, and this one is also a point. So let's see if we can count up to it. It goes up 1, 2, 3, and over 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the slope of the perpendicular line was positive 3 over 4. So what do you notice about these two? What do you notice? Yeah, they have the same numbers, but are they in the same order? No. In fact, it looks like they've been flipped. We have a word for that. We call this the reciprocal. The reciprocal of a fraction is the fraction if it's upside down. So that's the first part of the rule, is that perpendicular slopes are reciprocals. I'm going to put this over here at the end. Reciprocal. And I'll give myself a little note for that. That's when I have A over B gets flipped to be B over A. That's what a reciprocal is. Okay. But what else do you notice about them? Are they both having the same sign? Or are they opposites? That's the word we're going to use. The rule for perpendicular lines is that they are opposite, reciprocal. Opposite meaning the sign gets flipped. This one was negative, so the perpendicular line is positive. And the fraction gets flipped, meaning this was 4/3, 3/4. You can't have one or the other. You have to have both. So a perpendicular line has a double flip. That's what I'm going to say. The slope gets double flipped. You flip the fraction and you flip the sign. Okay? All right. That's going to do it for this video. In the next video, we're going to compare equations and see if they're perpendicular or parallel. All right? All right. I'll see you there.